A very warm welcome to each and every one of you to our esteemed 7-day workshop on research methodology. Today, we came together virtually under the esteemed banner of Maratha Mandir, a beacon of knowledge, tradition, and excellence. For 78 years of Maratha Mandir has enriched society culturally, socially, and academically. We proudly commemorate the 128th birth anniversary of our founder, Sri Babasaheb Gowde, whose dedication has shaped this remarkable institution. Maratha Mandir Babasaheb Gowde Institute of Management Studies, fondly known as MMBGIMS, has established in the year 1998. Our institution is approved by AICTE and affiliated with the University of Mumbai. Our institution holds the prestigious accreditation of B++ accredited by NAC. At MMBGIMS, we take pride in our commitment to nurturing leaders who are not only adept at navigating the complexities of today's business, but also dedicated to the world. As we have gathered here today, it is with great pride that we also celebrate our significant milestone achieved by our institute, the Silver Jubilee of MMBGIMS. For 25 years of MMBGIMS, it has stood as a testament to excellence in management, education, nurturing leaders, visionaries who have created benchmarks in their respective fields. In the spirit of this Jubilee celebration, let us embark on this workshop with renewed vigor, commitment, and enthusiasm. May this next 7 days be a journey of exploration, learning, and growth as we dwell into the intricacies of research methodology. So, to begin with the session, first, I would like to introduce our trustee member, CA, Mr. Abhijeet Deshmukh. It is with great enthusiasm that I introduce Sir, a dynamic leader and a trustee member of our esteemed institute. He is a vice chairman of our governing body, managing committee, and a distinguished member of Maratha Mandir Trust. Sir embodies the spirit of service and dedication to excellence. With a rich background in finance and management, Sir has honed his expertise as a partner at Sanjay Rane Associates, where his strategic insights have driven a success. His tenure as a compliance manager at India Infoline Ltd underscore his commitments to regulatory excellence and corporate governance. Sir has academic journey including his executive program at prestigious Indian Institute of Management Ahmedabad, reflects his relentless pursuits of knowledge and professional growth. As a registered valuer with the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India, he brings a wealth of expertise to our institution. Please join in welcoming Mr. Abhijeet Deshmukh, a beacon of inspiration and leadership in our community. So, I would request Sir to deliver some few words. Over to you, Sir.
Yeah, good morning, all. I take this opportunity to welcome all our dignitaries today present. Welcome today's our esteemed speaker, Dr. Kiran Yadav, who is president of BMA and very well experienced and having leadership, renowned leadership management practices in India. He follows. He's chairman and managing director of Success TryAngles, having an advisor to Sky International, which is one of a leading aviation career academy. He's serving there. Live wire training, management services, etc. So we are pleased to welcome you, sir, today for the program, and we would like to just introduce ourselves. Our institute is part of Maratha Mandir Trust, which was formed in 1905, founded by Sri Babasaheb Gowde, and who was our first general secretary. Along with His Highness Lieutenant General Sir Jivaji Rao Maharaj Shinde, today it is presided by Sri Sharad Chandra Pawarji. Our institute, BGIMS Management Institute, is also completed 25 years. This year, we all are very pleased and very over them to see you all in our completion 25 years programs. This year we have planned a lot of programs at our institute, and we all welcome you for that. Also, we would like to invite you for those programs also under the leadership and our director, Dr. Vidya Hattangadi, who is successfully heading the institute for more than 5 years with her innovative ideas and innovative efforts. We all strive to grow our institute in many fold. Our institute has MBA program, MS programs affiliated with Bombay University. We are NAC affiliated B+. We also have PhD center at our institute. Already 4 PhD graduates we had. We have already 4 PhD students have already cleared PhD, and we honored them doctorate. 7 are already there, and we are growing with what do you say? Tiny steps we are growing. We continuously want to make effort in updating our institute facilities, infrastructure. We have good infrastructure, IT infrastructure. We have an active incubation center at our institute, and our overall institute strength is also growing day by day. We keep doing a lot of work. So our institute keep doing a lot of efforts in improving quality of faculties. I understand you at BMA and all of speakers will understand that there is a great need for updating faculties. Faculties are good faculties, skilled faculties is a big scarcity in the market. So we keep encouraging our faculties to update themselves by continuous updating programs, by writing papers, by contributing to various papers at our institute. This is, just brief about our institute. I don't want to take a lot of time. We have such fantastic and experienced, knowledgeable faculties available, speakers available today with us. I hand over to Dr. Hattangadi for taking it forward.
Thank you, Abhijeet. I request Dr. Kiran Yadav, the BMA president, to say a few words about our collaboration and his thought process on research methodology.
Thank you. Okay. Firstly, congratulations to Marana Mandir's Baba Saheb Gavde Institute of Management Studies for taking this initiative in their Silver Jubilee year. Congratulations for your 25 years achievement, and I'm sure there's a long way to go. Respected Sri Chartered Accountant Sri Abhijeet Deshmukh, who's the Vice Chairman of the Trust, Dr. Vidya Hattangadi, the Director, international guests, fellow participants, students, and the organizers of this event. I feel privileged and honored to be a part of the opening ceremony of this event, especially because I think the most important factor that India needs today is good quality research. Okay. I think that research is something that we lack in terms of what we call as originality and in terms of developing Atmanirbhar integral Bharat. Before going to that, I would just like to take a couple of minutes, just a minute to introduce to you BMA. Bombay Management Association is the oldest management association in India, established in 1954. This year, we are celebrating our Queen's Platinum Jubilee, 70 years. And if you look at BMA, it has two major areas of focus. One is to promote good management thought and practice from across the globe and locally discovered and invented. And second is to be able to provide a platform for development in business management for professionals as well as students who are aspiring to play a role in management. BMA has got various categories of membership, which are corporate, institutional, and individual. For the sake of the students, I just wanted to share with you that BMA being a not-for-profit organization, the annual membership of BMA, okay, is worth, I'm sorry, I wouldn't say worth, I would say cost, much less than the cost of a pizza that you would spend on in a week. Okay, so I would urge you to visit the BMA website, look at our programs, look at what we offer, and you will find that the who's who of the country and overseas, including Harvard Business School, MIT, Stanford, have been coming and engaging with the membership of BMA. And I think that's a great advantage to anyone who wants to explore and understand what's happening in the world around. Having said that, I would, on the 31st of May, at the Mumbai University Convocation Hall, we have the Platinum Jubilee Awards of BMA. I would request and earnestly invite all of you to come and join us at this great occasion. The awards are going to be handed over by none other than the Governor of Maharashtra State to all the awardees. So it's an opportunity to meet with senior people from the industry, to be able to meet other management institute directors, faculty, students, and I think it would be a great opportunity of learning. So kindly treat this as my personal invitation for all of you to join us on the 31st at the University Convocation Hall. Coming back to research. Okay, to me, research simply means observation, inferences for application in a structured and scientific form. We cannot stop ourselves from observing what is going around us unless we decide to do so. And I think curiosity is an essential element of every human being, and more so among Indians. Okay, we want to find out everything about everything, sometimes leading to inquisitiveness. This urge for understanding and knowing how things work, what is at the core of making things tick, and what knowledge is available that can be used practically to make life simpler, easier, and more fulfilling for the rest of the world is the process of research. What today Dr. Vidya Hattangadi ma'am is trying to do is trying to help you structure this process by putting it in a form that will help you to optimize the results of your curiosity. You will be able to focus on what is relevant, what is priority, and what is something that will make a difference. And I think that's the biggest clue of good research. I know that among the audience, we have corporates, we have PhD students, and we have some faculty who are looking at enhancing their skills on how they do their research. And I think that's the most important factor here. Congratulations to you, Vidya ma'am, for having lined up some of the best faculties from our arena of work. And I think this is going to definitely make a difference to those of you who are serious. So two factors. When you're in the corporate world, you are always under pressure of performance and results. Okay, and therefore every research that you do is focused on quick returns. Okay, and you can't blame anyone for that, because today it's perform or perish. And keeping that in mind, I think what will help you today from this program of 7 days is to be able to get the crux of how to find the things that I'm looking for in the fastest possible way, and to be able to put them into a perspective that makes sense and that can deliver results. For the PhD students, I think there is a little bit more leisure, if I may use the word, to your research work. You get a little bit more time to look at things, to absorb them, to mull them over, to look at what other factors that can be seen, because the pressure is on the other side. Okay. Normally, as all the rules of the UGC define, no matter how good you are, you cannot get your PhD in less than 3 years. Okay, or it is considered to be void, as has happened in the case of a few uh, university PhD holders. So you have these whole lot of 365 into 3 days to be able to actually take a topic and get to the bottom of it from a far more holistic perspective. Secondly, it gives you the opportunity to, come up with something that was not even fathomed earlier. Okay, the process of discovery or invention actually happens, where the performance is governed by the freedom of being able to explore. The corporate world doesn't accord you that privilege. Okay, there it's a rat race. It's a matter of survival. If you don't do what you are required to do tomorrow, yesterday, then probably you will not be in the game tomorrow. So, whereas when we sit down to do real good quality research, we get the ability to be totally neutral, to think through things in a very objective fashion, and pick those relevant factors that we think are going to make an impact. And therefore, I urge all of you to look at your research as something that will add value to whatever is already existing. Right. There is a tendency today to cut copy paste. Okay, because so much information is available all the time that everyone, it's so easy to impress everybody with what you can, and therefore there is the loss of the original thinking. I think we must all appreciate, and we must take on board the fact that the only thing that differentiates us human beings from everything else is the ability to be able to think intelligently and come out with what we call as strategies or solutions that can make a difference. Unfortunately, we are also, over the period of time, looking for quick results, what we call as easy hanging fruits, and we tend to take it easy. I think research is very serious business. I think that you need to get to the core of it. Otherwise, you will never ever be able to get anywhere close to what is called as excellence. Today, I think that in our country, we have the privilege of being bestowed with the youngest population of the world. And therefore, it is the responsibility of these youngsters to be able to get into the groove, thinking of 25, 50, and 100 years ahead from now. And not just today and tomorrow, where I agree with you that there are philosophers who will say life is too short and, make hay while the sun shines. Perfect. But at the same time, sustainability comes from good quality research. And believe you me, those who say that what is there to research in management, okay, it's not a science. Okay, it's not that you're doing something about nanotechnology or the Internet of Things. Actually, all those researches, when they come to application, when they come to practicality, believe you me, it's the management aspect that makes the difference. Otherwise, research for the sake of research can be an old, hobby that one can engage in for timelessness without getting fruitful results. And I think one of the responsibilities of management research is to be able to pinpoint and have your focus on being able to convert ideas into workable solutions. And that is the biggest advantage a management research has, a business research has, because at the end of the day, it is, let me tell you, however matter the whole world may want to bash business people for profiteering. Okay, if you look at the other side of it, it's the businessman who takes the risk. It's the businessman who predicts the future. It is the businessman who creates products and services that he thinks are going to make a difference to your life. And at the end of it all, he is the last one to collect his profit. After having invested, after having built things, after having paid all the taxes. And mind you, your management students and Abhijeet sir is here, so he knows the plethora of taxes that every single businessman has to do, along with compliance. So that role of a business person gets strengthened and its foundation becomes strong only when it is supported by good quality research. And therefore, I think it is extremely important to start understanding and developing the skills that help to evolve good quality research. And as I said, fundamentally, good quality research is that which at the end of it, in terms of application, will make a difference. Having said that, I would thank you again, once again, for inviting me here. Wish all of you a good learning session for the next 7 days. Enjoy your learning process. I'm sure there will be a lot of takeaways from here for you. And finally, see you at the BMA Awards function on the 31st of May. Thank you, Abhijeet sir. Thank you, Vidya ma'am. And looking forward to do more collaborative work with your institute and BMA. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable inputs. So before moving on, before moving ahead, I would request all the participants to please keep their mic on mute mode. Yeah. So before moving ahead with the further session, first we will discuss all the rules and regulation, basic guidelines about the workshop to give you the clarity about the workshop. So I hope the slide is visible. So the basic guidelines for the workshop is, please ensure a stable and reliable internet connection throughout the session. Participants are requested to use full name as your display name for easy identification. The session will begin promptly at 8 AM. Participants must join the session 15 minutes before the scheduled time using the link sent to you on your registered email address. Participants are not allowed to unmute during the session unless permitted by the host. Q&A rounds will be conducted at the end of the session each day. Use the chat function for relevant questions and comments. Participants are requested to avoid spamming or engaging in off-topic discussions. Use the raise hand feature to signal when you wish to speak or ask question. Do not record the workshop until and unless you have taken the prior permission from the organizer. If you are facing any technical issues, request you to please connect to us on our WhatsApp, or you can drop a message to us so that we can solve your issues. Participants, giving you just few seconds, please go through the rules. Okay, so talking about the assessment part, majority of the participants were having a query with respect to how the assessments will be conducted and how we are going to do the assessment. So to clarify this part, an assessment test will be conducted every day after the session. The test will be in MCQ format with a maximum of 15 questions of 1 mark each, which will be administered via MS Forms. The exam link will be shared with the registered students only. Participants are requested to use reliable computer, tablet, or mobile device to attend the test. For attending the test, participants are requested to please use high-speed internet connection to avoid any kind of disruptions. Please note, the test is already set with a timer. The time given for a test is 20 minutes. Participants are not allowed to use any unfair means during the test. Forms will be closed by 5:30 p.m. sharp. Please go through the rules of assessment. Okay, so this was all about assessment. So let's see what is the criteria to qualify the workshop and the exams. So to qualify this particular and to get the 4 credits certificate, the participants are will be checked, verified on 2 points. First is the attendance. So the participant must attend at least 90% of the workshop session. Attendance will be monitored through online platforms. Second part is about the assessment reports which you are going to submit. First is complete all and submit all the daily assessment within the given time frame. Achieve minimum score of 70% on each daily assessment test to qualify. The final qualification will be based on the combination of attendance, participation, assessment test scores, and the quality of submitted assignments and the projects, if provided by the respective topic head or the speaker. Certificates will be issued upon successful completion of the workshop and fulfillment of all the above mentioned criteria. Please go through this round, the specific rules of qualification. I hope the general rules and qualification criteria about the assessment, the queries are solved and the participants do not have any problem. So moving ahead with the further discussion, I would like, it is my privilege, and I would like to introduce our speaker for today is Dr. Correcting myself, it is Professor Dr. Vidya Hattangadi. Dr. Hattangadi is a renowned professor of marketing and strategic management with a remarkable blend of 20 years of industry expertise in sales and administration and 30 years of dedicated teaching experience. Ma'am, passion for research is unparalleled, guiding 19 students to earn their PhDs on distinctive topics in the areas of marketing, strategic management, and organizational behavior. She herself holds a PhD in marketing management from Pune University and also a postdoctoral degree DLIT from Mumbai University. Highlighting her commitment to academic excellence and continuous learning, she has also expertise and accomplishments in professionals. Dr. Hattangadi is a prolific writer. Her blog www.drvidyahattangadi.com serves as a dynamic platform where she shares her insights on wide array of topics, reflecting her diverse interests throughout the leadership. Currently, she holds the position of director at MMBGIMS and serves as a director of strategies at Twin Cities Technologies Private Limited. Beyond her professional life, Dr. Hattangadi enjoys traveling, music, writing, reading, cooking, embroidering, and well-rounded approach to life and learning. It is a privilege to have you, ma'am. I would request ma'am to take over the session.
Thank you, Sabir. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. So nice of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I thank Dr. Kiran Yadav for being here in time at sharp 9:45. And I thank our Vice Chairman, CA Abhijeet Deshmukh, also to grace the occasion in time. Today, in the diverse world and a VUCA world, VUCA is one, V stands for vulnerability, U stands for uncertainty, C stands for complexity, A stands for ambiguity. If anything is important, it is time. My dear friends, respect your time, respect others' time. That's my first advice. Now, I will be talking today my journey as a guide and my experience guiding 19 students, and at present I'm guiding some 10 to 12 students from a foreign university and Mumbai University. So I'll be sharing about my 19 personalities that I've guided, my experience, and the nitty-gritties which a guide goes through, a student goes through. So it's going to be a great session. Last few minutes are for your question and answers. So I will be speaking about today specifically about how to choose a research topic. Okay, not much has said about how to choose a research topic. Okay, you can ask me questions in between if you think you need a clarity immediately. Okay, so next slide. Research is conducted for, like Dr. Kiran Yadav said it very rightly, research is conducted for creation of new knowledge and for use of existing knowledge in new and creative way to generate new concepts, methodologies, and understanding. So when you're doing a research, when you're enrolled for your PhD, and if you're writing a research paper, or in your organization you're asked to perform a research, please remember you're adding something to the existing knowledge, but you're adding some relevance. Okay, your PhD topic or your research has to contribute to the wellness of the society. It's not that you get a doctorate and you call yourself doctor. It's beyond that. You have to add to the newness. You have to add to some topic. You have to add to some concept. You must add a model. Okay. Now, what happens? Universities look at the PhDs and universities upgrade their, their syllabi of commerce, of management. Now, today we are going to talk about commerce and management. So I'm talking of commerce and management. Some new topics for pondering over research are, design thinking. Not many people have really understood what design thinking is. Then, we use a word paradigm with a lot of difference. Now, what is a paradigm shift? So there is a paradigm shift in marketing. There's a paradigm shift in finance, in operations, in HR, in IT. Okay. So these are some of the topics. Today, the world is changing every second. There are 2 wars going on in the world. Okay. Russia and Ukraine, and Israel and Palestine. Okay, 2 wars are going on in the world, and we never know whether some more wars will take place. So what's happening with all these 2 wars? The crude oil is getting extremely expensive. The gold is upgrading every day its price. Okay, Sensex is going very vulnerable, and we don't know in many business areas, in many areas of business, the these shifts of the wars that are going on are bringing in a lot of changes and a lot of complexities. So there's so much in research that we can do. Okay. As a guide, I have never allowed my students to take topics which are overchewed. Okay. I make sure that they take topics which are very unique and which contribute to the society. My latest PhD student who got her PhD in March. She has done a PhD on cannibalization of product portfolio, and her study was based on toiletry soaps in Hindustan Unilever. Okay. Another student of mine, she did her PhD on business clusters. Now, business clusters is Michael Porter's concept that all businesses come together and they do business in a certain area, and the certain areas are known as clusters of computer, clusters of eatables. Panchgani is a cluster for jams and jellies. So this girl did her PhD on Zaveri Bazaar. Another student of mine who got a PhD recently has done a PhD on bottom of pyramid. She has worked 25 years in pharma industry. So she chose this topic that there's a lot of business in pharmaceutical industry at the bottom of pyramid. Bottom of pyramid is an economic model which was coined by C.K. Prahlad and Gary Hamel. Another student who got her PhD recently has done a PhD on employee value proposition. So please try to understand when employees work in organization, how they value the organization. In fact, they are the brand ambassadors of an organization. So employee value proposition was her PhD topic. So one more student of mine who's doing PhD, he's working on NARCL, the bad bank. Whether India needs a bad bank or not. That was a topic of Raghuram Rajan when he was the RBI governor. He said whether we need a bad bank or not. So we have a bad bank now. Another student is doing her PhD on 4 P's of tourism. This girl was very clear that she wants to do her PhD on tourism industry. She herself is a food blogger, and she wanted to do a PhD on street food served in Mumbai. Now, these are very unique topic. Another girl has taken green marketing. She was very sure she wanted to do green marketing. Another person is doing his PhD on IPO valuation. You see, Nykaa was overvalued. Nykaa IPO was overvalued, whereas LIC IPO in the initial public offer, LIC IPO didn't do well. So what goes behind, the valuation process of initial public offer? So I'm just talking, one more student is doing his PhD on foreign exchange, the vulnerability in foreign exchange, especially during these war times. Okay, so take a topic which is very new, take a topic which interests you the most. Next. Yeah. Important guidelines for selecting your topic. Research question is most important. So now when you pick up a topic, what is the question? Which question are you answering as a researcher? Okay. For example, somebody is doing a PhD on bad bank. What question can he have? His question is whether India needs a bad bank, whether bad bank can serve stressed assets. Somebody who's doing a PhD on 4 P's of tourism, her question is whether tourism consists of product, price, place, promotion. Okay, and what role does tourism play in the economy of a country? Okay, your PhD topic must stimulate you. Take a topic which really interests you the most. if the topic doesn't interest you and you're just doing a PhD for the heck of it, you'll get tired. Okay, and you'll fall out of the PhD process. University gives 3 years, and I think 3 years is more than sufficient because the data has a lifespan. Please don't forget, when you're doing a PhD, now if you're doing PhD in 24, you can take data, your secondary data of the year 22, 23, 24, these 3 years. Okay, if you want to give reference of some very old data, it must have relevance in your thesis. Okay, it should sustain your interest till end. आप PhD कर रहे हो. It's not a honeymoon period of 2 months that you do your PhD every day. Okay, till end. End is, I'm saying, 3 years, 3.5 years. Okay, maybe 4 years. I don't look at PhDs which go beyond 4 years. It's just not in me. Okay, my students must complete their PhD in 25 months. The rest of the time is after submitting synopsis to university, they have 6 more months. Okay, so for 3 years, your topic must stimulate you. You must find your topic very interesting. You must marry your topic. I would say it shortly. Okay, again, your PhD is not only your journey, it is your guide's journey as well. You have to understand your guide has to understand you. There must be a proper tuning. And your guide does know, at least I know when I discuss with my students for half an hour, 1 hour, I understand their personality and I know whether they will complete the PhD. I also know how their PhD will look at the fag end of the submission. Now this I know because of my experience of past. Since 2007, I've been guiding PhDs and my passion is research. Therefore, I understand my students. Okay, so your PhD is your journey as well as your guide's journey. Then a good PhD, a good topic that you select will help you set your objectives. Your PhD carries objectives, 5 objectives, 6 objectives, 7 objectives. Don't go for a lot of objectives to prove. Take maximum 6, 7 objectives. That's my advice. Don't have 15 objectives, 20 objectives. You know, your reader, finally, who's reading your PhD? When it goes on Shodh Ganga, the world is reading, but basically your referees are 2 people who are reading your PhD, and they must understand what you intend to say. So your topic must be so stimulating to you that you set proper objectives for your PhD. It's advisable to choose a research topic of an industry from where you can collect primary data. Primary data is very important. You can't write only, like Dr. Kiran Yadav said, cut, copy, paste doesn't make a PhD. What is your contribution to the topic? Okay, you can only contribute richly and relevantly when you love your topic and when you can collect primary data, sufficient primary data. I would also advise you should publish a lot during your PhD. When you start writing articles related to your PhD, you get a lot of insights. Of course, these articles can be based on secondary data. Okay, but then you should know, you should write, different topics pertaining to your PhD. So a student of mine who's doing a PhD on 4 P's of tourism, she has written some 2, 3 very good articles. And don't stop publishing articles after your PhD. You must publish articles even after your PhD. Now, after PhD, you have more job, you have more, you have more responsibility. You have to keep talking about your PhD, your topic, and you must keep adding more relevance to your PhD topic after you get your degree. The journey is not getting only doctorate, postdoctorate, you have more responsibility because you are a sensible and a researcher who's going to contribute to the syllabus of the universities. I'm saying universities world over. Your research question, oh no, your research question, the next past slide. This research question, research question is very important. I'm stressing once again on that. Okay. You must contact your guide regularly. Guide won't come to you. You must go and meet your guide. Okay. Some new ideas will come to your mind when you're, when you start doing your PhD. New ideas will come. Sometimes you might have nightmares. Array, will my hypothesis work? Will my objective match with my hypothesis? What are the keywords? Have I messed up? Is my outline correct? What am I doing with my first chapter? What am I doing with my second chapter? You know, during your journey of PhD, if you don't get worried, if you don't get nightmares, I think you're not a good researcher. That is the process. You feel anxious. Okay, go meet your guide regularly. Your journey for research includes your guide as well. So when you meet your guide also feels anxious, and you and your guide try to find solutions to your anxiety. Anxiety is not a negative word. I feel during exam, one feels anxious, and that's positive anxiety. Every anxiety is not negative. When you're doing a PhD, feeling anxious is a positive sign. Attend a lot of seminars and workshops. Yes, because everybody has a different point of view. Attend seminars and workshops which are relevant to your topic. Not necessarily only to your topic, but then do go and meet a lot of people, okay? These seminars and workshops give you different insights of even how to write your thesis. Talk to relevant respondents regularly. Now, let's say your PhD is related to FMCG industry. Try to talk to many people who are working in FMCG industry. They all need not be CEOs and CFOs and general managers. Try to talk to executives, try to talk to managers, assistant managers, people in the line who are handling a particular vertical in an industry. Okay, if you're doing a PhD on pharma company, try to meet many people in pharmaceutical companies. It's your job to go and meet people. People won't come knocking to your door. It's your job to pick up your bag, to take your notebook. Please write a diary during your PhD. Go on jotting points. Go on jotting points. Also, try to read all business newspapers. Business Line, Economic Times, Business India, and so many other newspapers. Okay. Mint is one of the most important, and a newspaper which has very easy language. Read the newspaper every day, and trust me, you will find somewhere on some page some relevant information related to your topic. Also, please listen to the CNBC, to Z Business, to the business news networks. Okay, go on the internet. Yes, you will try to search as much as you can. But my advice is reading newspapers regularly. They give you a lot of insights, especially the way the author has taken structured a topic, what the author has written, what are the insights of the author. All this helps you a lot. Attend your coursework regularly. Now, coursework is it's a very sensitive subject. Each institute has a different style of conducting coursework. Okay, but I think coursework is still end. Okay, it's not only about research methodology. Your coursework also improvises you as a human. As a PhD researcher, don't be very close-minded. Don't be very narrow-minded. You should have a large canvas. You should have a lot of insights. You have to be a very broad-minded person. Don't be only I, me, myself. Now, when I take a batch, my batch has usually 4 students. I tell all 4 students to get friendly, help each other during their research. Your research is not only you and your guide, but your research is entire universe's research. Everybody can contribute to your research. Don't be petty-minded. Be a broad-minded person while you're doing your research, and be a good human being here. That's the biggest quality you should have. One of my best friends, I don't mind taking his name, Dr. Vaidyanathan, who's a director of St. Xavier's Institute of Management Studies. Looking at his marketing management knowledge, I'm always in awe. I also teach marketing management, but I openly say here that his knowledge about marketing management is par excellence. I always tell him, Vaidi, why don't you guide? आप कितने लोगों को हेल्प कर सकोगे मार्केटिंग मैनेजमेंट, मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजी में? और वो कहते हैं, विद्या, it's a thankless job to be a guide. Yes, be guides. You know, I have 19 students. Out of 19 students, I can pinpoint, say 4 or 5 students who are like me. Okay, we stay in touch. Others, in Marathi, there's a saying, Garat Saro Vaidya Maro. No, you have to keep in touch with your guide, because you can write, you can author books, you can author papers, post PhD. Okay, don't be narrow-minded. I request all of you, be a good human being here. That's the biggest quality a researcher must have. Remember, your research is interdisciplinary in nature. Now, if you're doing a PhD in product life cycle, okay, you're talking about some products, how they grow through their product life cycle, okay? You are going to enter strategic management. You are going to enter BCG metrics. You are going to enter how the product goes through different chains of, what should I say? The distribution cycle. You are going to enter the pricing strategies. So when you're doing a PhD on product life cycle, which pertains to marketing, you are going to touch distribution. You are going to touch finance, because the pricing strategies are there. You are going to touch upon costing. You are going to touch the IT, okay, the artificial intelligence, which is the need of the hour today. Okay, you're going to touch up, or you're going to talk also about HR, because when you're talking of product life cycle, the sales team has to learn new skills. They have to upskill. They need new training modules. So you're going to talk about your HR also. So each and every PhD runs into multidisciplinary areas. Your PhD cannot pertain to one area. It runs into many areas. And this is where you have to be a broad-minded person. This is where your guide has to hold your hand and say, darling, this is not only one area of marketing. You are going to run into various areas. I hope you all get my point. Next. The title of your research. Yeah, it's very important. Your title must suggest the content it captures. If you're talking about a study of product life cycle of dairy products. Let's say, I'm just taking a hypothetical example, a study of product life cycle of dairy products in India. Now, a study, obviously, this is going to be an empirical research, your observations, okay? You're talking about dairy products. So dairy products is a keyword, okay? In India, you're talking about Indian products. Okay. Then you're also, see the title is suggestive of a study of dairy milk products. So all the dairy milk products like yogurt, curds, milk, cream, milk cream, cheese, and paneer, so many, all are dairy milk products, okay? Dairy products. So it is a crisp title, a study of dairy milk products in India. I made it very crisp. So this title will suggest, your referees will understand that this gentleman, this gentlewoman has done a study on dairy milk products. What all will go in the research? You're going to have 4-5 objectives. What will be the objectives of a study of dairy milk products? To assess the dairy milk industry in India. That will be your first objective. Your second objective will be to assess the demand for dairy milk product in India. Now, in India, we Indians are very fond of milk and allied products. Okay. Your third objective will be to evaluate the major players in Indian dairy product industry. Your fourth objective will be to study the to compare Indian milk market to Netherlands. Now, Netherlands is also a milk, a milk producing country, of a highly milk producing country. Or you can take an Asian country, Vietnam. Vietnam is also a milk producing country. Okay, so that will be your fourth objective. The fifth objective can be to evaluate the future demand for milk. Now, soya milk is an alternative. Okay, there are many alternatives to milk. Soya milk is the biggest alternative. Okay, what's going to be the future of dairy products in India and all over world? Now, when you say India, you will primarily collect your primary data from Mumbai if you're doing it from Mumbai. Your primary data will be Nasik if you're doing your PhD from Nasik. Your primary data will be Pune if you're doing your PhD from Pune. We are lazy, isn't it? We won't go out of the city. We will restrict ourselves to the city where we are studying. But I have to make reference of one of my beautiful PhD student. Her name is Harmeet Kaur. This girl was doing her PhD on visual merchandising, the various aspects of visual merchandising. I appreciate this girl a lot. I learned so much from Harmeet. Okay, Harmeet Kaur Bhasin, that's her name. She works for St. Andrew's College. She went to Hyderabad and she met about 47 visual merchandisers who came from all over world. She spent money. She went to Hyderabad. She attended a conference of 1.5 months and she had a questionnaire. Of course, she discussed a questionnaire before she went for the conference, and she collected data from 57 visual merchandisers. Harmeet Kaur's project, her PhD is available on Shodh Ganga. I don't know. I think it's there because she did her PhD from SNDT University. I guided her from SNDT. One of my best PhD students. Okay, she went out of her way and she really met visual merchandisers. Now, visual merchandising is a very complex topic. Very complex topic. Her PhD, nobody can challenge. Okay, she's done a fantastic work. Another PhD student of mine, whom I appreciate a lot, is Dr. Ajit Salvi. He works for BMC. He works as a sanitation inspector. And he did his PhD on people who now, of course, it's not manual anymore, but he did his PhD. When he was doing his PhD, he did it on people who get into the manholes and they clean the dirt. Okay. So on the scavengers, and such a good human being. He was so passionate. He was so empathetic towards the scavengers that this gentleman's PhD is one of the best PhDs. Again, if you find it on Shodhganga, you must read it. Okay. Now, today, my student, my research scholar, Dr. Ajit Salvi, is invited by all Asian countries. And I'm so proud of him. Okay. He goes because he designed a module when he did his PhD for the scavengers. Okay. He took a lot of HR points. He's a human resource management student. He took a lot of HR points, and his PhD is one of the beautiful PhDs that I have guided. Okay. Another, I love all my PhD students, every person's PhD, my 19 PhD students, when I have guided them, let me tell you very selfishly, I have grown inch by inch. Because the PhDs run into various interdisciplinary areas, I'm a master. You ask me to talk on any management topic. By God's grace, I can, because I have guided these students and it was theirs and my journey. I take my journey very seriously. Okay. And I think research is my life's purpose. So some students do wonderful work. They make their guide proud. And I feel very proud when my students do good work. Okay. Do not exaggerate your title. Do not exaggerate your title. Let your title be very crisp. Okay. Let your title be not more than 20 words. Okay. Avoid abbreviations and jargons. अरे आपके जो referees है ना, उनको आपके jargons, they should remember, they should understand your jargons. One good thing is, whenever you are doing your PhD, simultaneously prepare your bibliography. Okay, use superscript at the end of the page and be very genuine. If you're copying somebody's, data, give the credit to that person. Use superscript. Have superscripts under your page. Your superscripts will go simultaneously. Work on your bibliography. Your bibliography is extremely important. Your literature review is extremely important. In humanity, management in commerce comes under humanity branch. Okay. Therefore, don't use too much of ANOVA and the chi-square, this square, that square. Students go crazy only about using statistical tools. I advise my students, I can only advise them, use bare minimum statistical tools, because our PhD comes under humanity. Okay, next. There are two formats of PhD. Okay, ascending format. Research is climbing up from conclusion and observation to the title of the research. When research is climbing up from conclusion and observation to the title of the research, that is the ascending format of PhD. The other is descending. Okay, the research starts from title going down to conclusion and observation. Your conclusion and observations come first. Okay, and then it goes down to the title. Ascending format is you start from the title and go down to conclusions and observation. These are the two formats of your PhD. You can select any one of this. Okay, I have guided both descending format as well as ascending format. Next. Now your research objectives, they have to be specific, they have to be measurable, they have to be achievable, they must have achievable goals, they must be attainable. Objectives में आपने 10 objectives डाल दिए, but what if you can't attain them? And if you have a good referee who understands word, there are referees who read each and every word. My recent PhD student, Jessica, her PhD was on brand cannibalization. Her referee read each and every page, And she didn't only read it, she found it very interesting, of course. From after third slide of her Viva, the referee, okay, a very intelligent lady from Nagpur University, Neeta Shah, she started asking questions to my student from the fourth slide. She didn't allow my student to complete her fourth slide. Now, what really enthused me is my student was equally prepared. The kind of questions Dr. Shah asked my student, okay, I was very happy. Each and every objective of Jessica's PhD was attainable. Okay, so don't have PhD objectives just for the heck of it. And I hope you all know that your hypothesis is based on your objectives. And your objective is based on your keywords. So when you select a topic, you should have your keywords ready. Okay, so you should have attainable objectives, narrow down to the focus key issues. When you're doing a PhD, it's a vast canvas, okay? Now, when we are talking of dairy products, are yaar, kitne dairy products and how perishable they are. The product life cycle of the dairy products it's very small. It doesn't have a very long life cycle. Life cycle is very perishable. Okay. Another thing is there are so many competitors in India itself in dairy milk products. Amul is the leader, all said and done. But there's Mahananda, there's Govardhan, there is Mother Dairy, and there are many more. Okay. Some foreign companies are also there. Okay. Yeah, how can I forget Nestle? Nestle is a Swedish company, but very famous in India. Nestle is there. Now, so many competitors. You go to Kolhapur, there are more dairy because Kolhapur has a lot of milk. Okay, there are more dairies. Now there's a Thote dairy in Pune. There's RA is still in the market. Okay, there are so many players in the market, and these many players are making the milk market very competitive. There's some ABC milk also. Forgot the name. Okay, it's 80, 90 or 100 rupees liter milk. Now there are different what should I say, milkmen. They have their gotas, they have their cow sheds, and there in Mumbai also there are many cow sheds in the western suburb. Now these people come and sell milk. So there are local products, there are corporates like Nestle, Amul. There are these corporates also. Imagine so many milk sellers are there. So narrow down your focus to key issues. If you try to take each and every issue, you're not going to finish your PhD for 6 years, 7 years. And at the end of 6 and 7 years, your PhD will be outdated. Remember, your primary data has a life. It doesn't have a long life. Okay, it has a very short life. So in 2 years, maximum 25 months, you have to have specific, measurable, achievable goals attainable goals, and narrow down your focus key issues of your research objectives. Don't have too many hypotheses. As a referee, I have seen some PhDs which have 46, hypotheses. 46. How can you prove your 46 hypothesis? So what they do for every keyword, one hypothesis. No, it's a very shabby way of writing research. You should have maximum 4 or 5 hypotheses. I mean it. Only then, and you should have 6 to 7 objectives. Your hypothesis covers your research objectives. Your keywords are covered by your research objectives. So number one, you must know the keywords that you're going to use. Okay, when I say keywords, they are related to dependent and independent variables. Yeah, so what are your dependent variables? What are your independent variables? What are the objectives? Objectives must cover your variables, your keywords, and your hypothesis must cover your objectives. So don't have more than 4 or 5 hypotheses. This is what I say from my experience from 2007 to 2024. 19 PhD students that I've guided. One thing for sure, they have different temperaments. Each student has a different style of learning. So each student has a different attitude. Each student has a big ego. अपने गाइड को आपका ईगो मत दिखाना, ओके? गाइड के साथ आप सही सलामत रहना, okay? They have a big ego. They have a lot of misunderstandings. 10 people talk to them about 10 research objectives and 10 research formats. Trust your guide. Trust your guide. Hold hand of your guide at least till you finish your PhD. After you get your notification, your guide is in thin air. Nobody knows your guide. And in future, you don't talk about your guide. Okay? Yes, but I'm guiding because I'm very passionate about research. And during my journey, few of my scholars have become my best friends. They're very near and dear to me. Very near and dear to me. Okay. And these students of mine, these doctorates, we have written a lot of papers together. I've co-authored many papers with them. With your guide, you have to co-author a lot of papers. Yeah. Take your guide as your friend, philosopher, and guide. Friend नहीं बनाना है तो मत बनाओ, philosopher and guide जरूर बनाओ. Next slide. Yeah, these are the references of I'm a blogger. So I've given few references of my blogs, which you can read and you can remember all that I've said today. Read them. They're interesting. They will talk a lot about all that I've discussed today. Okay. Thank you very much. Now I'm ready for question answers. Sabir, can I have your assistance?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Anybody who has any questions related to research?
Participants who have questions, please ask your questions in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself.
Good morning.
I would like to see the face.
Good morning, ma'am. Am I
Good
visible?
morning. Yeah.
Ma'am, I would like you, if you could please elaborate again on the ascending and the descending type of research which you mentioned while speaking. I'm a little confused regarding the same.
Ascending research starts from the title, from the zenith, zenith, it goes downwards. Okay, so your conclusions, observations will come last. Okay, and descending is you start from the downwards. You begin from conclusions and observations, and then your title, you'll discuss your title at the end. Descending research is you start from the conclusions, initial conclusions. That means you're so smart that you know the conclusions of your research. For example,
is it a form of writing, or is it the way of presentation are we talking about? Is it a form of how we write the report, or is it the form of how we approach the topic?
see, when you write, you approach, isn't it? It's one and the same. Yeah. Your presentation, your Viva presentation might be very different. You need not follow your ascending, descending format in your Viva. But descending format, descending format is difficult to write. It's difficult to write because you start from conclusions. That means I start my research. Let's say I'm doing my research on dairy milk products. I start from conclusions that India, the Indian market or the global market is full of, so many dairy milk, dairy products. Okay. The famous dairy products in the global market. Then I compare India to some more countries, and then I talk about India. Okay. I start with conclusions and then I go up. It's difficult. Ascending format is what everybody uses, but there are some smart researchers who start from conclusion, but then they know the conclusions, they know the outcome. Their guide is equally, they are smart enough to say, okay, these will be your conclusions. Like I told you, when we write a research proposal today, with my experience, I know exactly how this PhD will look, because I look at the student, I know the student, I know his plus and minus. We all have pluses and minuses. I know my students' plus and minuses. I know his attitude. I know his aptitude as well. And I can tell how this PhD will look. What's your name? What's your name?
I'm Surbhi Kapadia.
Surbhi, I've never gone wrong. I've never gone wrong. I know exactly how the PhD will look. So I will advise somebody to take a descending format when I know the capability of the student. It's better to go ascending. Okay. Have I clarified you?
Can I ask one more question, ma'am?
Sure.
Ma'am, the ascending and the descending form also, does it depend on the availability? Like, for example, my topic is I'm doing it on cyber crimes in banking industry in Maharashtra. So now, for example, if I like, when we see the secondary data, it is very much visible that the cybercrime industry is on a rise in the banking fraternity, and we see it on a day-to-day basis. Now, in this kind of a topic where we nearly know what is happening, we are just trying to find out some ways to minimize it. We are not sure that it can be mitigated, but we are just finding some ways it could be minimized.
And if I may ask you, what's your primary data size?
Ma'am, I have just submitted my proposal to the university. I'm yet to receive okay.
No, but I'm just asking you out of curiosity. It's a good topic. Cybercrime is rising, and artificial intelligence should be blamed, isn't it?
Yes,
so
obviously.
many cybercrimes. My God. Okay. Artificial intelligence is very dangerous. Cloning is already happening. So who are your respondents and what's going to be your primary data size?
Ma'am, my respondents are multiple. It is the banking fraternity, it's the consumers, as well as it is the cybercrime team, which we are going to deal with. Now, basically, I run a company where we do pan-India insurance claims, and we get these claims on a day-to-day basis. So this excited me to find out that where are the loopholes, and when I meet managers, so they tell me what things are going wrong and at what time it is happening and all. So my sample is banks, consumers, as well as the cybercrime team, who are also tied up in a way, in a lot of ways to mitigate because of our laws and different kind of. So this is my sample. My guide who's allotted to me, she's Dr. Kavita Kalpoti ma'am from Nagendas Khanwala College. She advised me for around 14 banks, which I could be covering in the Maharashtra zone, private as well as the public sector banks. Consumers, I am yet to decide, depending on how I go forward with it.
You will need consumers, yeah.
Yeah, that
I will help you with some consumers. One of my best friend has lost 23 lakhs in an online bank transfer.
I understand. We get it on a daily
23
basis.
lakhs, 23 lakhs. And his password, he gave it to his 2 managers whom he trusted. Online
I'm also
banking.
the alumni of BGIMS College. I did my MMS from BGIMS in 2009.
Oh, so sweet. I mean, you're welcome. I love you. Bolo. Yeah.
So this just excited me. So I just wanted to understand like how this works and how can we do something to minimize
Surabhi,
this.
you go with the ascending order. Okay. You'll have to first describe your the AI, the role played by AI in banking industry. Yeah. Online banking. UPI has a big role to play. Yeah. So the UPI and the kind of cyber, banking crime every day in Mumbai itself. There are 250 banking crimes. 250. Okay. And you yourself are what should I say? Insurance. No? You get so many claims. Yeah. So,
Yes,
so
insurance
your
areas, ma'am.
PhD, your primary data should be at least 2,500, including the police, including the cybercrime, the police station also. You know, you have to launch a complaint within 48 hours. You know that, not the rule. Yeah. So we had invited cybercrime to our MMBGIMS. Every year we invite them. Alert Mumbai, you must be knowing. And we invite the police, Nagpada, Agripada police, okay? And we have these workshops. So 2,500 to hona chahiye aapka. Customers ko khushi hogi. And at the end of it, your conclusions, you must give some advice. There has to be advice to people who are doing online banking. There has to be some advice to online banking. Okay. Yeah. Take ascending order. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, there is one question in the Q&A box, that is the chat box. Miss Jacinta Ashita has asked the question. The question is, what if my topic become irrelevant during my research duration? For example, if my topic is on photography and I have been working on Kodak or Canon, but mid-research I realize that the digital photography is taking over. Do I start my research from scratch or do I spin my topic based on the relevance?
Can I see her face, Sabir?
Jacinta, ma'am?
Hello, Dr. Vidya. Good morning. I'm so sorry. You'll probably just see my silhouette because
I can't see you. Arey, light on karo.
No, I'm sitting against the sun. Wait, let me turn my camera around. Can you see me? Is this better?
Yeah.
It's now visible.
Yeah.
Jacinta, hello, good morning.
Good morning, Jacinta. You should not scrap your PhD, your topic. No.
Okay.
See, there is so much, the digital market, the digital photography. What has happened? It's called creative destruction. Yeah, please write down. You're talking about creative destruction. What is creative destruction? Joseph Schumpeter was one of the management thinkers, one of the management scientists, and he coined this term called creative destruction. with the modern age, as we progress, we are in a progressive world, isn't it? What has mobile done? Mobile has killed radio. Mobile has killed camera.
Yes.
Mobile has killed,
Calculators,
writing pads. Mobile has spoiled us like mad. Yeah. Mobile has killed so many things. Camera to gaya. All of us, wherever we go, we want to take a selfie. Wherever we go, you go at the airport, people are busy taking selfie and they want to inform the world that they are going overseas, they are going to take a trip. Yeah. Radio. अरे बाबा मैं तो रेडियो सुन के बड़ी हो गई. अभी YouTube लगाओ, गाने सुनो. रेडियो भी गया. और कितने क्या गया. You know, your blood sugar can be tested on the mobile. So this is creative destruction. Darling, you talk about creative destruction. Yeah, you must talk about Joseph Schumpeter's creative. It's there on my blog, creative destruction. मैंने blog लिखा है. आप पढ़िए मेरा blog. Okay. If I get your phone number, I'll forward you the link. Okay.
Most certainly, ma'am. I shall do that.
Yeah. And you talk about creative destruction. How creative destruction is dismantling the world. And then you speak about how Kodak and Konica and the cameras. Kodak and Konica were the two films, which were sold in the market. Yeah, yes, I'm so sad. I love photography. But wo mobile par I can't. I'm still used to that small camera
there
box.
There was a novelty of buying a reel and putting it into the camera.
Yes.
Fixing the focus and the lighting. I don't see that now in mobile phones.
And you know, adjusting your shutter work according to the...
Right.
Oh, those days are gone. I'm feeling so bad. So
it
don't...
might come back. It might come back.
No, it might be back. Ne, abhi hum ab chahiye to abhi bhi hum use karte, but now you don't need, na. You have those so many pictures. What is it called? The cameras, you can take so many pictures. Kya bolte hai usko?
Like the DSLR with all the...
DSLR, you can take so many pictures. You don't need the film any longer in the camera. But those were the days. So please write about create. You contact me anytime, darling. I will guide you. Okay.
Most certainly.
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you for your time.
I don't even need anybody to put my reference, but because this is very close to my heart, and this is creative destruction, and it is Joseph Schumpeter's idea. Okay.
Certainly, ma'am. Noted.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely day ahead.
You too. Anybody else?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Moving on to the next question, which has been asked by Ms. Shivani Mathur. The question is, ma'am, can we base our research on secondary data?
Can I see her face?
Ma'am, please request you to please enable your camera. Shivani, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Where are you?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Shivani.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Your question is whether you can do your PhD on secondary data. What's your topic?
My topic is in tourism industry and economic development. I am the student of the economics, and my topic is purely on secondary data. So what should I do, ma'am?
Shivani, who's your guide?
Ma'am, Ghorude sir in economics.
Has he allowed you to do it on secondary data?
Yes, ma'am. And the topic is also approved by the university.
Okay.
In economics.
But Shivani, if you want to enjoy your PhD, you must visit some tourist spots, talk to some tourists. You must collect data from some agents, tourist agents. You must collect data from foreign exchange, what should I say, agents, you know, so that you get the feel. You get the feel of doing the PhD.
Ma'am, one problem is more, my data is time-based data. it is the 2006 to 2016, and it is the comparison between the Sikkim and Assam.
Sikkim and Assam. The number of
Yes, ma'am.
tourists who visited Sikkim and Assam from 2006 to 2016.
But it is not relevant now time. I don't know कि it is a relevant or not relevant.
Too long, na 10 years. Data का
Yes, ma'am.
essence निकल जाएगा. In my opinion, उसका essence निकल जाएगा. आप अभी का लीजिए मैडम 2021, 22, 23, 24.
लेकिन we can't change, ma'am. Title we can't change, na?
No. After, that's one very important point. You can't change two things in your PhD, your guide's name and your title. Guide का नाम अच्छा लगे ना लगे, मैं मेरे students के लिए बोलती हूँ, two things you can't change, your title and your guide's name. You're married to your title. You call me later, or you can come and meet me at my institute anytime. I will give you 1 hour and I'll tell you how to treat it. Okay? But you'll have to come and meet me. Where do you stay?
Goregaon, ma'am. Goregaon.
Arya jao. Come to Bombay Central. Yeah? Come and meet me for an hour. And I will certainly not misguide you, I'll guide you. Okay? Don't scrap anything. Don't scrap anything. You can still do wonders in that PhD. Okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, it is possible to can complete my PhD in taking the secondary data only. Is it possible? Because economics,
you can take secondary data. See, Shivani, you can take secondary data, but at every paragraph, you should have your thought process on the secondary data. What you feel about it. You come to me, I'll tell you how to write it. Okay? I'll tell you how to write it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome. Anybody else? Sabir Ani kuni ahe ka?
Yes, ma'am. There is question from Mr. Ayan. The question is, what are the common pitfalls while doing the primary research? Also, what if someone else is doing the same research? Does it never clash? So, Mr. Ayan, request you to please enable your camera.
Yeah, he has. Ayan, na?
No, ma'am. Mr. Ayan has not enabled his camera yet.
Who is this? CA Moses?
Yes, ma'am. I have a question. I have put in the chat box. When my turn comes, we'll have a discussion.
So, Mr. Ayan. Yeah.
Hi, Ayan. Bolo.
So, I have not done any kind of research before.
Sabir, read his questions. Sabir.
Yes, ma'am.
Read his question.
Yes, the question asked by Mr. Ayan is, what are some common pitfalls while doing the primary research? Also, what if someone else is doing the same research? Does it never clash?
Very interesting question. आयान, अगर आप वो किसी के साथ बैठ के रिसर्च कर रहे हो, दोनों का टॉपिक सेम है, I'll give you one example. Okay. One of my, I was invited, I was a referee for a PhD in Nagpur University. Okay. And the PhD was on Jalgaon bananas. How Jalgaon is a banana cluster, you know, na? Maximum bananas are grown in Jalgaon. Okay. So I read his PhD and I had seen the same PhD on Shodhganga. Same title. Word to word. Very dangerous. I read the PhD twice, thinking if kahin to kuch to different likha hai, to bhai sahab ne same likha tha. I went to Nagpur University. Those days we used to have PhDs offline. Okay. I went, I asked him from where he got the idea. And I asked, but I didn't want to fail him because कुछ भी हो, किसी का जिंदगी बर्बाद नहीं करना है. I asked him questions. I asked him all twisted questions. Some of them he could answer, so he passed. As a referee, I asked him all twisted questions. What you must do, what you must do. If you know, the title has to be different, of course. Two, if you know, what's your topic? I didn't ask you your topic. Topic bolo.
So I have not done any kind of research, but I kind of want to do a research on like the competitive IT job market.
You're planning to do a PhD on?
It's a research on competitive IT job market.
Huh?
I said competitive job market.
Competitive job market. But in which sector? Because job market is a vast canvas.
In the IT sector.
IT.
Yeah.
IT. Okay. Good topic. Today, all IT industry, all IT companies are laying off people. Yeah.
Yes.
It's demand and supply. Isn't it? Infosys recently laid off so many thousands of workers. Google has laid off people. Okay. Then Microsoft has laid off people. These are the recent news. Okay. Now, why does IT industry do this? It's all demand and supply. So now two wars are going on in the world, and the third world war might take place. We never know. Okay. China, जो हमारा partner है, हमारे नजदीक बैठा है, China is already occupied, some part of the sea, Indian Ocean. Okay. हमको मालूम नहीं, हम शायद उन्हीं के साथ war करें. तो war और एक हो सकता है. Okay. Two wars are already going on. In this situation, the market is very vulnerable. Just tell him I'm taking a lecture myself. In this market, in this situation, we are very vulnerable, and therefore the IT industry is getting lesser business. Many organizations are putting on their IT, management integration. Management integration, they are putting it on hold. Okay, and therefore all these bigwigs have laid off their customers, their employees, not customers. Yeah. Now what happens? Not everyone is laid off. The smart ones are held back. The smart ones are promoted. So everyone is not laid back. The organization needs skillful labor. So everyone is not laid on, but then some out of them are promoted and they are given those pivotal roles to play in the organization. So what is the most important thing in IT industry? It's very seasonable. It's very seasoned. It's a seasoned business. Okay, and as I said, the creative destruction is much more in IT. You bring out a new software language, 15 days में Microsoft एक लेके आता है, 16वें दिन Google एक लेके आता है. Okay, the techniques are also changing. AI, ChatGPT ने लोगों का creativity मार दिया. You tell ChatGPT to write your thesis, it will write a thesis. But मेरे जैसा referee मिलेगा तो वो questions पूछेगा.
There's a lot of points, like you are mentioning certain points. But I have my different perspective towards why the IT job market is bad right now. So that also differs. My question was like, if it clashes with someone, is there a international body who can like cancel my research? If it
From where are you doing it? From where are you doing it?
I'm not doing it. I'm currently a student.
But from where do you intend to do your PhD?
I'm not really sure how it's actually done
But
as well.
without, if you, this is your imagination then. You must tell me the reality, na? Which university you're planning to do your PhD from?
I don't have it right now.
Then
I
it's
just
just an imaginative question, Aryan. I can't say much. But the topic is good. It's a beautiful topic. The entire skill sets that are required for IT industry are different.
right.
Upskilling is a continuous job for IT industry. Upskilling is a continuous job. Training and development is a continuous job. Okay, the topic is really nice. Best of luck. अभी तो तुम इमेजिन कर रहे हो कोई और कर रहा है, करने दो ना. अगर कोई और कर रहा है तो करने दो, तुम्हारा टाइटल अलग होगा, your treatment to your PhD will be different. Topic is good. Don't scrap your topic.
How much like primary research do I require as per?
So your main respondents will be Google, Microsoft, L&T Infotech, और कौन है रे information technology में, Accenture, okay. बहुत सारे आपके companies रहेंगे. The main ones will be Infosys, L&T Infotech, then Google, Microsoft, okay. अभी ये आपके अगर main respondents है, तो take at least 10 leading IT companies in India. All of them are in India because India is the hub of IT industry. All take top 10 and then take at least 25 people from each company. तो कितना हुआ? 250. 25 into 10. कितना हुआ रे? 250. 250 and then the managers and then the strategists. Okay. तो कम से कम 500 का आपका होना चाहिए. 500. If you want to do a sincere PhD, 500. मैं कभी भी बोलती हूँ 2-2,500 होना चाहिए. आप 25 लीजिए because right now it is just in a seeding process.
Okay, ma'am.
Next.
So moving on to the next question asked by CA Oral Moses. The question is there any minimum limit for the primary data respondents in PhD theses? Businessmen could be reluctant to disclose their business. So over to you, sir. Yeah, he has
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah. Good morning, Oral.
Yes, ma'am. I attended your session. It was very interesting how the way you narrated about all your PhD students and the interesting topic. So my PhD registered topic is financial performance of startup in Thane and with respect to the food and beverage industry. So my topic has got approved in December 2022 and I'm in the almost second year of PhD. Coming towards the end, I have written around 10 research papers, but my questionnaire and the main conclusion part, I'm still not very clear because I have said that I'll be doing on registered startup and on the Startup India portal. The mission was started in 2016. So food beverage industry startups, only 185 are registered startups of which I can approach them because they have given the email ID and all. So rest, how should I manage?
You have 185 companies registered on the portal, isn't it?
Yes.
125 startups in food and beverages. It's a great data, yaar. सबको जाओ, सबको contact करो. Talk to everyone. Okay. Now, what you're doing? Financial what? Financial functions.
Financial performance. So basically, I'll be evaluating their sales, all the financial ratios, return on investment, return on capital employed, their trend analysis over a period if it's more than 5 year startup. And period I have given in my thesis is 2016 onwards.
You must, Orel, you must watch Shark Tank. Do you?
Yes, ma'am. I give those
You
assignments
watch
as
Shark
yes.
Tank, na? You see the kind of questions they ask the startups. Yeah. So take these questions, try to understand the mentality the sharks have towards startups. That would be very interesting. Two, the financial, the how they handle the finances. You see, the biggest area where startups fail is in finance. They don't understand money. They don't understand the money cycle. They don't understand the philosophy of money. Okay, money has a philosophy. If we don't understand the philosophy of money, we are going to fail even as salaried persons. I'm talking about myself. Okay. So money has to be understood, and startups have to understand what money is. You must talk about, you yourself are a chartered accountant. You must ask these startups who are their chartered accountants, who are their advisors, monetary advisors, which banks have lent them money. Okay. What is that they have hypothecated to the banks for getting the money? How many installments, EMIs they have paid so far? Okay. And if they need more money, if they have to raise more equity, who are their angel investors? It will be a beautiful PhD. So you can talk about angel investors. You can talk about, you can see Shark Tank. Look at the questions sharks ask the startup owners, and talk about bankers, talk to banks, talk to other financial institutions, talk to microfinancers. Okay. And you will have many respondents. Now your questionnaire has to be very focused when you're talking to the startups. Some questions would be, initial capital kahan se laya? Who are the angels? Okay, whether they brought money from home only, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, jo bhi laya. Okay, now these 10 parameters about business are the place, whether the place is on rent, whether the place is their own. Are you with me? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I'm up.
Whether they own the place, whether somebody has given them the place, whether the place is on rent. You know, what is the production? What is the season, the cycle, the production cycle? Each production cycle, what investment goes in? How many workers they have? What is their distribution model? Who are their marketing channels? Where do they market their products? What is the pricing strategy? If, as I told you, Panchgani is a business cluster of jams and jellies. Okay, how many people in Panchgani are selling jams, jellies, squashes, chocolates, blah, blah, blah? Okay, have you gone to Panchgani? You should go. See how the prices differ. Macro and Mala are the leading, food manufacturers in Panchgani. But aap dekho, chote players bhi hai. And they sell same thing. Squash same rahega, kuch taste alag nahi rahega. Okay, pricing. So whether the startup is selling the product on 3 parameters: product differentiation, cost leadership, or focus group. These are the 3 strategies they play. Product differentiation, how the product is branded, how it is packaged, what are the ingredients. Okay, taste क्या है, काला खट्टा है, जामुन है, बेरी है, ब्लूबेरी है, रेड बेरी है, चेरी है, जो भी है. Cost leadership is कॉस्टिंग कैसा ये लोग कम करके उनका प्राइसिंग नीचे लाते, मार्कअप प्राइस कैसे नीचे लाते हैं. ओके, एंड फोकस ग्रुप, who's the market segment? Everybody has a market segment. They sell their products to a particular segment. ये 3 strategies जो है, they are Michael Porter's generic strategies. भाई आप उनको यूज करना. कुछ भी चाहिए कभी भी मुझे फोन करो. I will clarify your doubts.
Sure, ma'am. So there is no minimum limit, right? Because for the earlier participant had questions, so you told her that 2,500 respondents होने चाहिए
To
आपके.
you also I'm saying minimum 2,500. 125 है ना, 125 players है बाबा थाने
Yes.
में. हाँ 25 है ना, उधर से ही आपको उनके कस्टमर्स, उनके मैनेजर्स, उनके चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स, उनके डिस्ट्रीब्यूशंस, उनके डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चैनल, उनके मार्केटिंग चैनल्स, भाई हो गया. एक कंपनी
Like
में
that.
से आपको 100 डेटा मिल सकता है. हो गया 2,500. ले लो, इतना तो ले ही लो तो ही मजा आएगा. Nice topic, nice topic.
Thank you, ma'am. And like I was worried that if like that businessman whom I'm approaching, will he openly share his financials?
यहाँ
Because
पर
it
बेटा,
is
यहाँ पर बेटा आपका स्किल है. He will share with you data if he sees sincerity. वो ऊपर है ना आपका क्वेश्चनर जो भी बनेगा, ऊपर है ना एक पैराग्राफ लिखो कि मैं so and so I'm doing this PhD from University of Mumbai. Whatever data you share with me will be secret, will be treated with dignity. I will not share your data with anyone else. ये लिखो. और आपके गाइड का भी नाम लिखो, आपका गाइड का भी जर्नी है आपके साथ. Very nice topic, very nice topic. Minimum 2,500 होना ही चाहिए ओरल चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, नहीं तो उसको मजा नहीं है. मिनिमम 2,500 होना ही चाहिए पीएचडी का ये. ओके.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So moving on to the
Hello,
next
ma'am.
question.
I have a question.
English.
Ma'am,
Just a minute, Akash sir. Just give me 2 minutes.
okay.
Yeah.
Tell
Sorry.
me.
Yeah. There is one more question which has been asked by Mr. Pranav. His question is,
Pranav.
when we are, yeah, Pranav.
Pranav.
Yes, ma'am, Pranav. So the question is, when we are reading a lot about our topic, we think everything is important for our topic, which revolves around our title. Should it be specific, or should we include all relatables? Mr. Pranav, please enable your camera. Mr. Pranav. Pranav sir, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Pranav, very interesting question. You must take every secondary data that you're getting. You must pay attention and you must give it importance. You must. Okay. That's my advice to you.
Okay,
and you better do it. Acha, better do it. Take as much, every secondary data that you're getting, give it its importance. It's very important. The maximum, I recently, your batchmate Sonam, she just shared her literature review with me. Very rich. She has taken maximum, secondary data. Maximum secondary data. What happens when you read maximum secondary data? You get new insights, you get new ideas related to your PhD topic. So don't be narrow-minded. Don't take only 15, 20 secondary data. Take as much as possible. And now she has many ideas because her secondary data is so rich. Yeah. Best of luck.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Next.
Thank you, Pranav sir. So moving on to the next question, which has been asked by Professor Sadia. The question is, what should be the frequency of the meeting with the guide? Please help in designing the 6 monthly report, and what should it include?
What should it include?
Include.
Include.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, Sadia, you must meet your PhD guide at least once a fortnight initially, in the initial phase, till you really get your ideas properly, till you really cement your PhD title and the study. You must meet your guide at least once a fortnight. Later on, the meetings can go reducing. Okay. But once a month, you must meet your guide. You must tell your guide what you're doing. You must take her ideas and views into picture and make notes when you meet your guide. Okay. She must be having some different insights. You must talk to her about your insights. What's your topic, Sadia?
Ma'am, my topic is the role of emotional intelligence and its effect on stress management. So my respondents are the professors of Mumbai University.
Okay. Now you see the professors are anxious themselves. They have problems on home front. They have problems in their personal life. They have their relationship issues. They have their children's life. They multitask. Especially the women, the female professors are multitasking. Yeah. So it's a very sensitive topic. Where you talk to some respondents, you might see tears in their eyes. Yeah, you might touch the live wire, which is really hurting them a lot in their heart. It's emotional intelligence. Yeah. Show me your questionnaire, Sadia. After seeing your questionnaire, I can guide you more. Thank you.
Ma'am, one more thing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ma'am, one more question. The RSC reports, which are now being compulsory by Mumbai University, it's a 6-monthly progress report. So could you please help us with the flow right from the first 6-month progress report to the recent one? What kind of topics or what should be the guideline?
Yeah, so Sadia, your guide and the RAC, each institute has a RAC, yeah, Research Advisory Committee. Your guide and the Research Advisory Committee will discuss your 6-monthly progress. Yeah, so obviously in the first 6 months, it will be your outline and elements related to your outline. In the next 6 months, it will be your first, second topic. In the next 6 months, it will be your questionnaire and primary data. In the next 6 months, the last 6 months, it will be your conclusions, your observations, and your research methodology.
Thank you, ma'am.
That would be the flow. Yeah. Be good to your guide.
Thank you, ma'am.
Don't
Thank
act
you, ma'am.
smart in front of your guide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
So there is next common question which is asked by Miss Gitanjali, Miss Ritu, and Miss Krishna. What should be the minimum data size for primary data and how to determine the sample size? Miss Gitanjali?
Can I see their faces?
Yes, yes. Miss Gitanjali, Miss Ritu, and Krishna, please enable your camera.
Yeah, hi, Krishna.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Hello, mom. This is Gitanjali.
Hi. Who's the third one?
Miss Ritu.
Where's Ritu?
Ritu, ma'am, please enable your camera. I think she might be facing some technical issue, ma'am.
Okay. The maximum, the minimum primary data should be 2,500. Okay. Your minimum primary data should be 2,500. It can exceed 2,500. Okay. Smaller primary data gives you a very narrow, you understand? If you meet only 10 respondents, vis-a-vis you meet 100 respondents. Kya hoga, Gitanjali?
Ma'am, maybe I have just got the sample size, which is not reliable if I met very few respondents.
No, but in your outline, what is your primary data size? You're supposed to mention the primary data.
Ma'am, actually, in my proposal, I have only mentioned 600 families.
What's your PhD about?
My PhD is based on tribal development. The topic is efficacy of employment and education policies on tribal development. It is a case study of Palghar district.
Very good. Nice title. Nice PhD. Nice topic. Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
So why only 600?
Actually, my guide said take the minimum size of 500 families. So there are total 8 talukas in a Palghar district. So I thought 600 will be sufficient. The guide said 500
that entire Palghar belt, you will find 3 lakh tribal communities.
Yes,
and
yes,
tribal.
Correct.
तो आपके गाइड ने बोला है, I respect your guide. 600 से थोड़ा ज्यादा ले लो.
Maybe ma'am 1000 or 1500 because I want to collect the data by the field visit. So feasibility and all factors also determines it.
But so you're doing a study about their education, right? Educating the...
No, ma'am. No. It is the efficacy of government policies on their development.
Oh, okay. So in that efficacy, what parameters are you going to study, darling? So
employment
you will have
education and education policies. Employment and education policies.
Very good. So first comes education, then comes employment.
Correct, ma'am.
So education, employment. If government is giving them some, subsidies for studies, where are the schools? What kind of schools? What is the instruction of education? Whether it's English, whether it is Marathi, whether it's some other tribal language. Yeah. Don't you think these are very important parameters? Are they going to give adult education above 18? Yeah. What kind of education? Night schools, day schools? What kind of infrastructure is provided in the schools? Now see, these schools, now they don't have teachers also. Teachers ही नहीं मिलते हैं उनको. Teachers are not dedicated to teach, backward areas. Yeah. So what kind of teachers? The emotional intelligence of the teachers. They must understand what problems the tribals are facing. Okay. And it is the job of the government when we are talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat. We have to educate our tribals. We have to give them job employment opportunities. We must give them business ideas. They have to be Atmanirbhar because we are Atmanirbhar. Madam, that should be your hypothesis. Atmanirbhar Bharat cannot be a Bharat where we drop many communities, nomadic tribes and other. So, and these Adivasis, I have all my, I appreciate you for taking this very sensitive topic. God bless you. 600 families, okay, but you have to meet the government agencies as well. I hope you understand that. You will meet the government agencies, yes or no, Gitanjali?
Sorry, ma'am, I have lost the connection for a few seconds. Can you repeat your question, please?
You will meet the government agencies also, the government's policies for training the tribals. Yeah, so you will take government agencies. Then you will take a lot of teachers.
I also plan to meet NGOs. Correct.
Very good, very good. NGOs. And then you're also going to take teachers, the teachers who teach in these tribal schools. Yeah.
Correct.
Now
I have already visited some places where I met some teachers who taught this
passionate
child.
Are they passionate?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. They are not at all passionate.
Yeah. Now I know.
Correct.
I know a gentleman. I'll give you his contact number. He's running a school in Madhya Pradesh, in some village where he's teaching them to become ambidextrous, writing with both the hands. And he's teaching them French, German, Japanese. People are doing great work, yeah. Not everybody gets Bharat Ratna and these awards. Yeah, but this present government is recognizing people. I know this gentleman. I'll give you his number. You can contact him, interview him.
Sure,
you will
ma'am.
get a lot of, because he's teaching the tribals in Madhya Pradesh. Yeah.
Okay. It will be
Anyone
a great help,
else?
ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll be taking only 3 questions more. So the next question is from Nondo Mitso. The question is, if you want to conduct research in multiple countries, is it better to interview online or in-field traveling each country?
Hi, Nandu Miso.
Good morning. Good day, everyone.
Good day. Good day. You can take online. You need not go to each and every country. Today, digitally, we are connected with the world. Globally, we are connected. So you can take online, you can take telephone interviews. They are permitted and they have essence. They are recognized. So you can make a Google form and send it across your respondents in different countries. Okay. For example, if you're collecting data from 10 African countries, you're collecting data from your Latin America, you're collecting data from Japan, you're collecting data from India, from China, anywhere, your Google form will have the same questions and you can send them the Google form on their mobile and you can also talk to them telephonically and Nandu Miso, you can collect your data, which has lot of essence and it is considered, what should I say? It has, what should I say?
Integrity.
It is recognized. Yeah.
It's recognized. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, because the concern is also just listening to the sample sizes and data collection methods that everyone is speaking about. I'm just thinking through the integrity of doing those online surveys and not necessarily having to travel to the different spaces.
Yeah, I understand.
Thank you, Doc.
Nandu Biso.
Yes.
What's your topic of PhD?
So my topic is around marketing, essentially dictating culture around the use of personal care products and FMCG products. Yes. So
I would advise you to take healthcare products of either Unilever or Procter & Gamble. These are global giants. Unilever, Procter & Gamble. Okay, in India, there's Marico, there's Colgate Palmolive. Colgate Palmolive is also a global company. But Nandu Miso, the best part would be to collect data from Unilever and P&G both.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then restrict yourself to what kind of products you want to study. Whether it's shampoo, whether it's soap, whether it's mouthwash, whether it's toothpaste. Don't take everything. Then it will be a very complex situation. You take only shampoo or soaps or toothpaste or mouthwash.
So I'm leaning towards beauty soaps, Doc, because beauty soaps do have a lot of history and controversy, and there's a lot of research that's been written about them, and the propaganda around beauty and the standards of beauty and so on, and also how marketing has played a role in dictating those standards of beauty and essentially changing culture in a way of how people perceive hygiene and perceive the use of beauty enhancing products. So that's where I'm leaning towards.
I like it very much. Now, when you're talking about beauty soaps, okay, People are also making handmade soaps.
Yes.
You know, khadi soaps. People are
Yeah.
also making liquid soaps for face wash.
And
Yeah.
turmeric soaps.
Yeah,
and-
people are using herbal products.
Yes.
Herbal products. People are using natural colors in the soap. So I've been to Vietnam recently, and the soaps are fantastic. Some other name, I can't even read the name. But then the soaps were so beautiful and beautiful fragrance. Okay. So, and let me tell you, I found my complexion glowing. Yeah. So, yeah. So, nice topic. And you should take not only collect data from where are you staying now at present?
I'm in South Africa. I live in South Africa.
You don't collect data only from South Africa. Collect it from Latin America, India, then Pakistan. Pakistan, the ladies are becoming modern, okay?
Yeah.
Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, Vietnam, and the list can be very big, but take at least 10 countries.
Okay.
Okay. Take both Unilever as well as P&G.
Procter and Gamble. That's perfect. Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank you. Welcome. Best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we'll move on to the next question asked by Ms. Shruti. When you take a very unique topic, something that is rare and has not been worked on a lot, especially when the topic is more qualitative than quantitative, as a literature student, how can you convince your peers and the fellow researchers that your topic is the right research topic? Because their dismissal towards your topic could be discouraging. Shruti ma'am, please enable your camera.
I apologize. There seems to be something wrong with my camera, so I guess I can only use my microphone.
Shruti, first and foremost, it's your topic. It is nobody else's business. It's your topic. You are in love with the topic. Your topic is approved. You don't have to prove 100 people, your 100 peers, how important your topic is. Be proud. It is your, what's your topic, by the way?
My topic is exploring socio-cultural and gender norms through the evolution of fairy tales and folklore.
Fairy tales?
Yes, fairy tales and folklore.
It's a beautiful topic. Congratulations. Very unique, very unique. Okay. Now, when you're talking, when you're, you can give the biggest example is the movie Barbie. Are you there, Shruti?
Yes, ma'am, I'm there.
You saw the movie Barbie?
Yes, I did.
You did. So it is all about gender equality. Yeah. In Barbie, the protagonist is a smart woman, a young woman who calls the shots in the world, isn't it? Yeah. Right. So you have this movie Barbie, your entire PhD can revolve around Barbie. Your entire PhD can revolve around the Jungle Book also. Who's the hero of Jungle Book?
Mowgli.
Yeah, Jungle Book, the movie. Yeah. Then your PhD can revolve around so many Indian movies here. The Queen नाम का picture आया था, Kangana Ranaut. Okay. You have so many movies and you have so many books, novels, in which the protagonists are, they're calling the shots, and most of them are females, ladies. So it's a beautiful topic. You don't have to prove anybody that your topic is different. It is very unique, no second thought. But then these stories and such movies are making the ladies smarter, braver, and they are becoming heroic. They are leading the world. So it's a beautiful topic. My best wishes to you. And don't think you're not supposed to go and give explanation about your PhD, why you selected that PhD topic to anybody in the world. You are the queen and you are doing the research. Okay? Don't go on giving explanations to anyone. One of my students is doing a PhD on bad bank, the NARCL. Initially, he was put off by many people, many of his people, his peer, saying, "Arey, you won't be able to prove the topic. You won't be able to prove the hypothesis." I had to work a lot with Pranav, basically on his mentality, you know, that this is a topic which will make you proud, which will make you famous. You never know, the NARCL might invite you to join them. Look at the opportunities open with your title, with your PhD. Look at the opportunities. Today, the world is full of opportunities and they want good researchers. The new education policy talks about research. Today, the industry wants their employees to have research capabilities. Don't forget, today, nobody is going to get job in industry. No MBA will get a job if he's kacha, if he doesn't know research. Okay, and knowingly, unknowingly, all of us do research from morning to night. Even if you want to eat the best of the batata vada, you will research where you get, what is the price, how fresh it is, how it is packed, what chutney is offered with it. If you want to marry, you're going to look out for a groom who's like Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, but he's very kind, he's very rich, he has a brand name, uska khandan ka naam hai. We all do this research. Consciously, unconsciously, we are only researching. Only researching. Okay? Best of luck.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am.
So we'll move on to the last question of this session. Others who have questions, please, I have dropped the email ID in the chat box. Please message or mail your queries on the email ID. We'll be addressing your queries over there. So the last question has been asked by Professor Veena Singh. The question is, I want to make research paper on government scheme. So it should be complete particular year. Then only I can complete primary data by user of scheme. Ma'am, request you to please enable your camera.
What's her name? Shruti?
Veena Singh. Veena Singh.
Veena Singh. Hi, Veena.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm making one proposal for Indian Council of Social Science Research. So my topic is a comparative analysis of Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission usage between urban and the rural area with reference to Maharashtra state. So, ma'am, that scheme, Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, launched in April 2020. So it should complete a particular year. After that only I can collect the primary data, or I have to skip this topic, or I have to take something else.
No, this is a good topic. Ayushman Bharat is a good topic. It was launched in April 2020, right? So you can start collecting data from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. Okay. It's all recent data. Why you want to scrap it? And Ayushman Bharat has made many villages in Maharashtra have now primary health center. Do you know that? Many small villages in Maharashtra. I'm talking about Panvel. Panvel is about 22 kilometers from Bombay. Inside Panvel, there are small villages. There they didn't have primary health center. What happens to Dahanu is the biggest example. Females were dying on the way before giving birth because they were not getting immediate doctor's help. Yeah, so delivery of females. Abhi bhi Dahanu mein and in many tribal areas in Maharashtra, the deliveries are done at home, which is not good, na? Which is not good. Your topic has a lot of relevance. Don't drop it, don't scrap it.
Okay, ma'am, one more option.
Under Ayushman Bharat, many districts and many tribal villages, many, what should I say, many villages which don't have accessibility, road accessibility. Everywhere they are supposed to give a primary health center. And I'm happy that its government is thinking of this scheme. Your PhD will make the government compulsorily have a primary health center in all villages. Don't scrap it, for God's sake, I request you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, one more idea I have been gone through. E-Sanjeevani telemedicine portal. So shall I take this, or Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission is quite broader platform. So in that Ayushman Bharat Digital
See,
Mission,
Sanjeevani medicine is a part of Ayushman Bharat.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sanjeevani medicine is a dependable parameter. It's a dependent parameter. The main parameter is Ayushman Bharat. Under Ayushman Bharat scheme, Sanjeevani is one of the schemes that government is offering. So Ayushman Bharat is the right thing.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
The hero is Ayushman Bharat, and Sanjeevani is a part of it. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Best of
Thank
luck.
you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. With this, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful session. So now we'll move on to, which we don't want to, but still we are moving ahead with respect to ending of the session. Before ending of the session, I would like to thank on behalf of our MMBGIMS family. First, I would like to thank the President of BMA, Mr. Kiran Yadav, Abhijeet sir, who is the Vice Chairman of our Managing Committee, the Speaker of the Day, Dr. Professor Vidya Hattangadi, for her and for sharing their very valuable inputs. And I hope these inputs will help us in our future endeavors. I would also thank our management for giving us the opportunity to organize such a wonderful 7 days online workshop, our director, our dean, the organizing committee, the admin staff, and most importantly, these participants. Participants are who have actually made this a conference, workshop a best. And to make this workshop successful, participants have played a wonderful role. So I would like to thank on behalf of MMBGIMS for being such a wonderful participants.
Sabir, tell them about tomorrow's speaker.
Yes, ma'am.
Tomorrow's speaker and tomorrow's topic. It started sharp 10.
Yes, ma'am. So participants, please note that currently, first of all, I'll give you a short glimpse about the assessment part. Currently, it's 12:22. So by 1:30 p.m. sharp, we'll be sending. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting n number of messages in the chat box. So yeah. First, I'll tell about the assessment part. So participants, please note that the assessment link will be sent to you on the WhatsApp at 1:30 p.m. sharp. Participants, please note that the link will be sent on the WhatsApp at 1:30 p.m. sharp. The link for tomorrow's session. Tomorrow, the session is on identification of research and formulation, which will be conducted by Dr. Chandru Hassan R. Chauhan. So this topic we're going to conduct tomorrow. The link for tomorrow's session will be sent on your registered email ID at 4 p.m. sharp. Is this clear? Anyone have any doubt with respect to this? Okay. So before moving on further, I would request all the participants to please, switch on their camera so that we can click we can take a group, a selfie kind of thing. Request all the participants to please enable the camera. All the participants, please. We'll quickly, on the count of 3, we'll click a short screenshot. Okay, please don't drop any message in the chat box. Yeah, please quickly. Yeah. So just a minute.
Hello, Pranav sir. Pranav sir.
Ma'am, please. Okay. So on the count of 3, we'll be taking the screenshots. Okay, I'm still receiving many responses. Everyone, please switch on the cameras so that we can click a good photo.
Apologies, what to do if we cannot switch on the camera?
Okay, ma'am, but the rest of them who have enabled, they are being shown on the first page. No issues, ma'am. That's completely fine. Okay, thank you.
Hello, Pranav sir.